Welcome to the Hudsonville Nature Center. I'm Craig Elston, naturalist here at the park. Today we're going to look at flowers that are blooming in early May. We will see on occasion some flowers that we will just breeze over, show you a little short video, and give you the name. If you want more information, I'd like to invite you to go back and look at some of the previous videos that we've done where we talked about each of these species in more depth. Today we will focus on plants we've not yet really seen, and we will spend our time with information on those plants. I hope you enjoy. Here we have most everyone's favorite spring wildflower, white trillium. Trillium grandiflorum. Trilliums have 3 leaves, 3 sepals, and 3 petals. In this case, they start out as white. Trillium grow in a variety of rich woodlands. As the flower ages, it turns pink in color. This color can be of any shade of pink from light to dark. There is a woods in Mackinac County in the Upper Peninsula where after very cold winters the flowers open pink. Trilliums can mutate, having varying numbers of petals of 4 or more. This flower with 9 petals was found right here in the Hudsonville Nature Center. Green flowers, or green in the flowers, is caused by a microplasm or possibly bacteria infection. There is still research and debate as to the exact cause. It can take up to 5 years for trillium seeds to germinate, another 5 years or more to bloom. Since the flower is so close to the leaves, picking them weakens the plant, since the leaves are producing food into the root for next year's flower. Native Americans used the roots in decoctions for stomach disorders, rheumatism, and sore eyes. There are 35 species of trillium in North America, 10 in Michigan, with 8 of those being native to Michigan. Here are the 6 trilliums native to Michigan that are not found in our nature center. Nodding trillium, red trillium, threatened snow or dwarf white trillium, which blooms around the 4th of April each year with or without snow. Emma Cole wrote this in Grand Rapids, Florida in 1901. Miss Anna M. Clark reports this species as having been frequent about the city in the 70s. That's the 1870s. The threatened prairie trillium, the threatened toadshade or Cecil trillium, the endangered painted trillium. Now let's look at this violet. Long-spurred violet has a leafy stem, whereas with some other violets, each leaf and flower has its own stem, and the leaves are mostly heart-shaped. Flowers are bluish lilac with a darker spot at the center of the petal. Notice the long, up-curved spur on the lower petal. Long-spurred violet is found in rich, often calcareous woods from April to June. And here we have blue cohush. The small yellowish green plant that carpets the floodplain here in the lower woods is false mermaid. The leaves are very deeply pinnately lobed. It also has a small flower that is very hard to see unless you pick it and look up close. The small flowers are 3 meris, or 3-parted, 3 sepals becoming larger than the 3 tiny white petals. An annual, it blooms from late April to early May in rich deciduous woods, especially moist, even springy areas. And one of the other nice things about false mermaid is it has a peppery taste and is very good to eat. Here we have Geranium maculatum, our wild geranium. Our wild geranium is a perennial, not an annual like the red geraniums that we buy in the greenhouse. Geranium blooms in May, possibly into June, here in the woods and open moist areas near woods. You notice the 5 pinkish petals? The leaves are deeply 3 to 5 palmately cut, basal or rising from the base, and often large. The capsule is elongate and pointed. The 5 divisions separating at the base at maturity, arching up and out to throw out the single seed. The throwing action can catapult the seed several feet, helping to perpetuate the large colonies of geranium. The Latin means crane, referring to the seed capsule which resembles the bill of a crane. Crane's bill is also another name for this plant. The root is rich in tannin, with concentrations being the greatest just before flowering. Native Americans dried and powdered the roots for medicine. It is known to stop bleeding, was used for mouthwash for sore throat or bloody gums, and canker sores. Yellow violet is found in rich deciduous woods and thickets, with 1 to a few leafy stems. Typical specimens are densely pubescent, but there is some variableness. The leaves are densely downy, coarse sharp toothed, broadly heart-shaped. Blooming in May and June with yellow flowers with dark purplish or black veins, and they are solitary on the peduncles from the axis of the leaves. And here we have another violet, the common blue violet, which is found in damp woods, thickets, and meadows. Notice, as compared to other violets that we have seen, it is stemless. Each leaf and flower is solitary on its own stem. The leaves are broadly heart-shaped with rounded teeth around the edge. Flowers are solitary, violet or bluish, with white center, and bloom from May through June. They are high in vitamins A and C. The flowers are used to make into candy, jelly, and perfume. This is the common violet of lawns that many consider a weed. However, it is a native species and is host plant for fritillary butterflies. Here, right along the edge of the trail and against this maple tree, we have the second species of trillium found in the park. This is drooping trillium, very similar to nodding trillium. This is the only clump of this plant found in the park. Trillium flexipes, or drooping trillium, is white with a white ovary with fleshy pink in the flower above the leaves. Join me in the next video for a look at a very special plant.